Eve stepped back slowly. The words repeated in his head over and over. Client. Joined at the Stars Army. Client. A happy class. A nice guy. Helpful. Quiet at the slightest hints of bad news. And he joined those monsters. I don't get it. Why? I don't know, said Elja. He tried following you, but Glass can't fly very fast, you know. He couldn't even find the portal. I've never seen a Glass shed so many tears. He kept asking me where the portal was, how to find you. I'm not a tour guide. Then he just floated away. A single tear went down the chicken's cheek. I can't believe this. Be strong, said Elja. There must be a good reason why he did something like that. Believe in your friend. Eve looked up at Elja again. I have to go find him. Of course you do. You should stay here first, though, and train with me. But you're not going to do that, are you? Not a chance, said Eve, shaking his head. I owe him. Then you'll want to head to the Nether Fortress. It's that way. She pointed out the window. You can't miss it. Eve glanced out the window, then back at Elja. The witch gave him a blank look. What? Are you expecting me to ask you to stay here? I knew you by now, Eve. You'll go. You'll do anything to save your friend. There's simple nothing I can do. You're right. Just... What? Do you have any advice for me? It's not like I've ever been to a Nether Fortress. Elja took out a book from her item chest. The best piece of advice I can give you is to write in this every day. It's called a diary. Within these pages, you can record your experiences and any important information. But I don't even know how to write, or spell, or read. I'm a kitten. Wrong, Elja said. There's another one of your abilities. I forgot to mention that. But even if I know how to write, I cancel the crew. Elja handed the kitten a crew. Haven't you noticed that your paws are a little different? Eve glanced down at his paws, held each one in front of him, and then grabbed the crew. Unbelievable! What's so hard to believe? Asked Elja. This is my craft here. Right. So, book, crew, anything else? You're smart. You'll figure out the rest. And do bring Clyde back. He owes me more tears. Count on it. Once again, Eve took off without much hesitation. He had an inventory, a diary, a crew, and a whole lot of courage. But how am I going to sneak into a Nether Fortress? He thought. What's Clyde doing anyway? Why did he join that crazy army? Was he angry because I took off? What happened? Elja watched the kitten zoom off into the Nether. He sure got spirit, she said to herself. I think he'll be just fine. She went back into her hut, glanced at the bubbling cauldron, at the brewing stand, and finally, her mat on the floor. It was just carpet, but it's what the best she could do. Best exploded in the Nether, for whatever reason. She suddenly felt exhausted. She yawned, headed over to her mat, and heard a meowing sound coming from just outside her hut. What's that noise? She thought. It almost sounds like a kitten. But what's Ips doing back so soon? The witch, thoroughly confused, went outside and glanced around. Lying nearby, on the whitish netherrack, was not just one kitten, but two. They looked sickly, barely conscious, as Ips had been seen after he had first entered the nether. However, they didn't look like Ips at all. One had tan fur with orange stripes, the other light grey and brown with bright blue eyes. Both kittens soon stopped moving, having lost consciousness. Aldra carefully approached them. She realized that she couldn't be getting sleep anytime soon. She needed 2 buckets of milk to cure their illness, and she was fresh out. I wonder, she thought, can I bring a cow into the nether? She bent down and picked up the 2 kittens, one in each arm, then took them into her hut and laid them on her mat. Of course, she wasn't surprised when she examined them. Like Ips, both kittens had the mark. Sunday Updates 2. Meow. Okay, there we go. I finally figured it out. Apparently, I needed to use a chicken feeder, not my paws. So, where do I begin? My name is Ips. I'm a kitten. Well, sort of. I'm a little different nowadays. What happened? I still don't know completely. I was just trying to get away from those wolves. Then I found that nether portal. After I stepped through, I began changing. I found that I could run faster, jump higher, even turn slightly invisible. This witch I met said I could never gain the abilities of monsters. Plus, I'm way smarter than I used to be. After all, kittens don't typically have diaries. The witch said there's a reason why all of this happened. I've been chosen to help save the world. There's this huge army of monsters, and they want to take over all 3 dimensions. Of course, I'm supposed to have solved them. Me, a kitten. I find that hard to believe. The only thing I've ever been good at is tracing bats around. I'm pretty sure there's a lot more to saving the world than that. Anyway, for now I'm putting all that aside. You see, during my time in the nether, I also made a friend, Clyde.